There are new free rewards to claim right now in GTA Online, and the new update this week also brought a ton of great discounts and game changes, and so today on the show we will be breaking down these discounts and free rewards, and I'll be giving a review and breakdown of some of the best purchases that you can acquire this week in GTA Online. This video is all about what to buy and also about what to avoid buying this week. I know you put a lot of time and effort into building your wealth in GTA, and it would be a shame to waste it on useless purchases, so I did the work for you this week by putting together a helpful buyer's guide so you can get the most value out of your spending. With that said, if you enjoy this video at any point, or if you just find it insightful and helpful, let me know by dropping a like on it. And if you want to stay up to date with everything GTA Online and Rockstar Games, consider hitting that subscribe button with your bell notifications turned on. So first things first, let's talk those free rewards. If you complete a round of Condemned, you'll receive the orange and gray Tech Demon Mask, which is delivered within 72 hours after login, after November 8th. Now, I'm not sure why we have to wait that long, but you can get this mask after that date. If you complete any cell mission this week, you will receive the Halloween Shoot Bag, and if you successfully deliver cargo during a business battle, you will receive the Pale Vintage Mummy Mask or the Green Vintage Frank Mask, and again, just like every week, Prime Gaming members who connect their Rockstar Games Social Club account to Prime Gaming will earn a free $125,000 just for logging into GTA Online this week. When it comes to the discounts, we always start these buyer's guides with the major property discount for the week, and this week it's 50% off all Arena Wars real estate and weaponry, so workshops and their modifications and the upgrades, the vehicle armor plating, vehicle weapons and bodyworks including the blades, spikes, roll cages and more can all be enjoyed for 50% off. I don't know really what to say here besides that this is a really dead DLC. It was a flop when it released. It's a really cool concept in my opinion, but honestly the activities surrounding the DLC aren't worth playing. Players don't engage with the activities even when on bonus, and really the only cool thing is the DLC vehicles, which we're going to get into a little bit later on why those aren't even really worth thinking about purchasing, and we're going to talk about that later. But jumping into the vehicle discounts first, 30% off the Grotti Vision. The Vision is a really competitive hypercar, with a top speed similar to that of the Nero and its GT orientation, the Nero Custom. The Vision's powerful engine provides ample power to accelerate in an instant, and once going, this vehicle has a large amount of downforce due to the stylish, low-profile aerodynamic systems that it has. Handling, again, is acceptable here, and the steering radius is more than enough to execute bends and turns, although the player may find themselves slowing down often, and they will be unable to execute some of the more difficult turns in the game, and due to the rear-wheel drive layout, this vehicle is sometimes prone to losing traction, so just keep that in mind when cornering at high speeds. After that, for number 2, 40% off the OCELOT PENETRATOR. The PENETRATOR has a much higher speed than other supercars in-game, making it a much worthy competitor for races with its all-around great handling and excellent speed and acceleration. Despite the long profile, this car has relatively good maneuverability, possibly due to the position of the front wheels on the car and the steering range. Care should be taken, however, as it appears to have some oversteer when you enter corners quickly, and this car can sometimes lead to power sliding. This often happens if you perform those 90-degree turns at high speeds, or you turn sharply around those tight Los Santos downtown corners in the city. Third, 30% off the Coil Raiden. For an electric sports sedan, the Raiden has phenomenal takeoff when accelerating after coming to a full stop, and it also has great handling and a good top speed. Along with its good turning radius, it can also accelerate fast when reversing. The durability on the Raiden is quite fragile, however, and its body panels fall off rather easily in the event of a rollover, and it's really just not too great in dealing with collisions and gunfire either. But moving on to number 4, 30% off the Obey iWagon. The acceleration of the iWagon is extraordinary compared to any SUV in the game, going from 0 to 60 in 2.2 seconds, which makes it the quickest accelerating vehicle in the SUV class. However, the major disadvantage is its top speed, reaching only 91.5 miles an hour, making the iWagon the second slowest SUV in the game, only slightly beating the Crusader. Handling though is exceptional, and this vehicle also has great braking to help it navigate those corners. For number 5, we have 40% off the Declasse Impaler. The Impaler possesses good speed and average handling, but it still has bouts of spinning out if you turn a corner too sharply. Durability is fairly good, and it can take a handful of collisions and gunfire before this car starts to fall apart, and in addition to that, the suspension on the Impaler is relatively bouncy around bumps and curbs. For number 6, we have 50% off the Western Gargoyle. This bike performs very similar to the Hexer, having very similar handling and braking, and this bike also has really good traction thanks to the rear tire wrapped with the chain, meaning that the wheels do not spin when vigorously setting off on the track. And this motorcycle also has good handling thanks to a large steering radius, so definitely keep that in mind when you're going at high speeds, because you cannot turn very sharply, but this bike still stays planted to the road. For number 7, we have 30% off the Lampadati Pagani. Overall, the Pagani is a better performing car than its initial appearance may imply. It has good acceleration for its class, and it honestly has super level top speeds if you have enough road in front of you. Overall, I think it handles well as a result of its high traction levels compared to other sports classics, attributed to its reduced engine power and low center of gravity. However, the front wheel drivetrain limits the car's turning circle and overall handling in the game. Understeer is still an issue with the Pagani, but it's not as punishing as other sports classics when attempting to carry speed, and the braking distance is honestly remarkably good for a sports classics car. Crash deformation is also decent. At number 8, we have 50% off the VAPID blade. However, this car is honestly quite a mixed bag in my opinion. It has extremely good acceleration for a muscle car, but it lacks the top speed to keep up. When fully upgraded, the blade's acceleration is very competitive against some of the other higher end supercars such as the Nero and T20. Handling wise, the car handles less like a normal muscle car, instead having a more unique understeer heavy design which resembles the rat loader and other low end muscles that were added to the game, and it's going to require you to slow down in corners more than any other car you could drive, but you can make up this lost speed with its aforementioned acceleration that's really good. And a little secret you probably didn't know about this vehicle as well that I should point out is that it's insanely hard to ram this car off the road. For some reason, it's super sturdy and it stands up against some of even the most heaviest vehicles in the game that would be otherwise used for ramming other cars off the road. After that, we have select discounts on the Halloween DLC vehicles, like 40% off the LCC Sanctus, as well as 50% off the Albany Lurcher. These were discussed and reviewed previously on the channel in a previous event week, and I will link these in the video description below if you'd like to check out my honest and in-depth review of both of these Halloween vehicles. And we also have 30 and 40% off select Arena War vehicles, which honestly you can totally skip over. For example, 40% off the Benefactor Bruiser, 40% off the Bravado Sasquatch, 40% off the Arena de Classe Impaler, and 30% off the Arena MTL Cerberus. Same goes for these arena vehicles. If you're into the Arena Wars DLC and you like these super equipped and cosmetically armor plated Mad Max Dead Rising style vehicles, then you might as well collect them all. But for the average player just looking for a good purchase for a vehicle, there's nothing here that I would say is a must buy, and I would encourage you to look elsewhere or just look forward to other event weeks before spending your money on some DLC vehicles in GTA Online. So with that said, when it comes to which vehicles and properties to buy and which vehicles to avoid buying this week, I recommend honestly not even to touch the Arena Wars DLC. It's not going to benefit you that much. But when it comes to the vehicles, I would definitely recommend you check out the Grotti Visione, the OCELOT Penetrator, and maybe the iWagon and the Impaler if you want, but you could probably skip over things like the Pagani, the Blade, the Gargoyle, and honestly the Coil Raiden as well. In my opinion, those aren't like the best in the game, or really even just like great in my opinion. But with all that said, we've reviewed every major discounted purchase here in GTA Online this week. I'd love to know what you think about this week's final update of the Halloween DLC update, and hopefully you enjoyed the video today. And if you did, hopefully I earned your like on it. And of course, if you are new to my channel, you want to stay up to date with all the best GTA Online and Rockstar Games content, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on a single thing we post here on the channel. We consistently talk about updates, news, information, tips, tricks, and even leaks, and we'll keep you guys updated here on the channel daily. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you want to follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube, and you're more than welcome to ask me any questions on those platforms. You can follow me at HazardousHDTV, and all of my social media links can be found in the description down below. That being said, thank you all so much for watching, everyone. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next GTA Online video. Adios, amigos.